You don't just think, you fall into thought like water finding its level, and the world barely notices. You've probably felt it your whole life, that slight disconnect when everyone else is laughing at something shallow and you're already 3 layers deep asking why any of it matters. But here's what most people get wrong about minds like yours. They call it overthinking. You call it seeing clearly. Let's walk through 12 quiet signals that you're not broken, you're just a deep thinker. And by the end, you'll realize something important about solitude you never had words for before. 1. You watch more than you speak. While others jump to conclusions, you sit back and collect data. Conversations feel like slow-motion chess. You're not shy, you're scanning. That pause before you answer, it's not hesitation, it's respect for complexity. Silence isn't emptiness, it's observation in motion. 2. Your social battery drains fast. Small talk feels like lifting weights. You'd rather read one great paragraph than pretend to care about weekend plans. This isn't antisocial, it's strategic recharging. 3. You chase why like a detective. Other people accept the surface. You need the engine underneath. Why does that system work? Why do people believe that lie? Your curiosity isn't random. It's the engine of everything you've ever learned deeply. 4. You forget the mundane constantly. Birthdays, deadlines, the bread, gone. Not because you don't care, because your mental RAM is full of actual questions. You've probably apologized for forgetting something obvious while remembering a random fact from 3 years ago. That's the trade-off. 5. Problems come to you pre-solved. By the time others notice an issue, you've already run 5 scenarios. You don't rush, you pattern match. That's why you rarely panic. You've already lived the disaster in your head and found the exit. 6. You feel awkward in most groups. Not because you're strange, because you refuse to perform. Gossip feels like noise. Status games feel like theater. So you stand there quietly, and someone inevitably whispers, "What's their problem?" Nothing. You just don't do fake. You're not awkward. You're allergic to performance. 7. Solitude is your oxygen. Loneliness? Rarely. You've built a rich inner world with rooms most people never unlock. Being alone doesn't feel empty. It feels like home. That independence wasn't chosen. It was earned. 8. Pop culture feels like another planet. You've tried to care about celebrity drama or trending shows. You can't. Not out of arrogance, out of a mismatch. Your brain craves substance, not distraction. And that's okay. 9. Your mind keeps circling the same questions, even after you've answered them, especially at 2 a.m. That's not anxiety. It's your internal lab running experiments. The problem? You sometimes invent flaws that don't exist. Deep thinkers don't just analyze reality, they analyze their own analysis. 10. Decisions paralyze you because you see every branch of every tree. What looks like indecision is actually over-awareness of consequence. Others act fast and fix later. You'd rather not break it at all. That caution costs you speed, but saves you regret. 11. Your humor is weird and brilliant. You're not the loudest in the room, but when you speak, it's unexpected, a strange connection, a quiet punchline. People don't always laugh immediately, but later they get it. That's deep humor, the kind that lands after the echo. 12. You feel what others won't say. Empathy isn't just emotion for you, it's data. You read the room before anyone speaks, and because you listen without rushing to fix, people trust you with their real pain. That's not a weakness, that's quiet power. So here's the truth no one tells deep thinkers. You're not too much, you're not broken, you're just living at a frequency most people never tune into. And the right people, the ones who matter, will eventually find you because of it, not despite it. If you recognized yourself here, drop a like for human behavior psychology and tell me in the comments which of these 12 hit closest to home.